Good morning, you guys, on this absolutely frigid December 10th. So right now they're still saying we might get some wintry mix this morning, but school is running at its normal schedule. My stepson just dropped Tater Tot off as he sneezes all over my living room. I'm finishing up my first cup of coffee and decided to pick up my blanket and at least finish crocheting this little bit here on it. Once again, I just joked with the video I just uploaded, my life is so boring. I'm gonna finish cleaning. I don't think I have to go anywhere today. We went ahead and did the grocery shopping last night. My allergies are driving me absolutely insane, and my doctor has me on a new medicine, so like my nose is extra irritated. Yeah. So, I forgot to show. I got a wand the other day at Michael's. You got McGonagall's wand. And of course it doesn't focus. There we go. Almost every time I try to lift my camera straight out, it doesn't focus. Yeah, this was actually kind of cool. It's a die cut. Or a dyed die. Anyway. I got one. My husband got one. And we got one for my my middle stepson's stocking. So I look forward to seeing what he got. But we got Curzon in his bed. He's staring down Pippin on the other side. Bowl from breakfast. All right, you guys. Well, I will catch up with you if we do something interesting this afternoon, if not later on tonight. Bye. Hey guys, so I've been sitting here working on my blanket and I just finished the first 2 balls of yarn. Trying to find my ends with my through the camera viewfinder. So of course, like, this is working up fantastic. We all knew it would. The color isn't pooling too much and you just get the little pop of that corally red color. But I wanted to give you a quick tip. So I'm sitting here watching videos on Blueprint. If you've got Blueprint or you buy Crafty classes regularly, like and you're a crocheter, anything by Edie Ekman and her books are fantastic. But I'm watching her tips for better crochet. But inspired by her giving tips, I wanted to take a second. So I know all of us hate finishing work for the most part, weaving in ends and stuff like that. And I wanted to share with you. So back at the beginning of the year, I did a Doctor Who scarf knitted, and every 5 color changes, I would stop to weave in my ends, because if you're familiar with the Doctor Who scarf, it's a lot of ends. Well, what I started doing with crochet in particular is when I added in my new ball, I would finish the row that I was on, come back and do the next row, and then stop and weave in those ends. So like when I start a project, I go in after my second row and weave in my starting end. And then as I add in colors, 1.5 or whatever rows after I finish, or after I add in a new ball, I stop and weave in my ends. That way, when I'm finished, all I have is that ending end left to weave in. It only takes a second to stop and weave in my ends. And I keep in my project bags a little makeup bag with little mini scissors in it, or I put this together when I went to Portland in August. So I had everything in a hard case that I could put in my luggage, but it's got scissors. It's always has scissors, a couple of split ring stitch markers like this one. That's one of the Lion brand ones. Little embroidery scissors with the small point, or my cutter, and a hook or two. So if I'm knitting and drop a stitch, I can pick them up. Or if I want to switch projects while I'm halfway through, I've got an extra hook size. But I keep this in my desk drawer over here now because I've been working so much at the computer. But I also have my darning needles in there, which are set out so I can come back and weave these in. And I just wanted to share that. Like, I know it's common sense. We know we ought to be doing it. It's a best practice thing. But I will be honest, I finish more projects to completion quicker by doing this than just waiting and weaving in my ends at the end of a project. Or like when I do the crocheted intarsia, I was really bad at waiting to weave in my ends until the very end of the project. And I did, for that, what I've been doing has been more like what I did with the Doctor Who scarf, where I would do 3 or 4 passes of the pattern before I'd stop. That way I wasn't stopping literally every row as I was doing color changes with like the Doctor Who blanket or the Harry Potter blanket blocks that I did. But it definitely helps speed up the process, and you're more apt to, if it's a project that needs to be blocked, I find I am more apt to blocking it and having it gift ready or usage ready immediately if I do that, instead of having like the big pile of UFOs where all you have to do is do the finishing work. So I thought I'd pop in real quick, show you my progress. This is, it was 5 inches before I added in the next ball. So that's only going to get me 30 inches width, but it is about 5'7" in length right now. So I do need to probably get another 2 to 4 balls so I can get a nice width on it. When we sit on the sofa, we sit with our feet touching and tend to just throw one big blanket over us. Or if I'm sitting there in the recliner, I like to have a little bunchy fabric for the cats to lay on while I'm sitting there with my feet up. So a little extra width will actually help with this one. Plus I'd like to do a border because I'm not cheating over. I'm going with my wobbly ends on it, or wobbly edges, because I am going to put a border on it just for structure so it doesn't lose its shape so quickly. Because with a blanket this heavy, I mean, this is already, just with the 12 balls, it's going to be 3.75 pounds. So that can easily stretch out and the stitches can get stretched. So putting a border on it, I'll do a single crochet border is the inner border, and maybe a double and then a single going out. But that will help keep the shape of the blanket. So yeah, way longer talking than I thought I was going to talk, but just wanted to check in with you guys. So we're, if I have the car seat today, we're going to head to the store for a minute. Then I've got to vacuum. And since I have finished my first 2 balls of the Christmas blanket, I'm going to work on the Kelsey shawl for a little while for at least one color change next. And then I actually am going to try very hard to get up to my craft room and work on my skirt for the Christmas party this weekend, because I'm down to 5 days until go live on the Christmas party. So I will catch you guys here in a little bit. Once again, today's one of those best laid plans kind of days. We ran out to the store earlier, and I kind of wore out fairly quickly today. So I ended up having to have quiet time and take a nap today too. After we ate lunch, and by the time I got done cleaning, I've got about 45 minutes before my husband calls and says he's on his way home, which isn't long enough to lay out my fabric, get it marked off, and get it cut out. None of those phases are going to take long, but if I don't do them all at once, like, things are going to get messed up. So I went ahead and picked up my blanket. I made myself a cup of lemon zinger with the Pucka 3 ginger, which, I'll be honest, I was rather unimpressed with this by itself. It's just not a very strong ginger tea. And I'm still watching my Edie Ekman How to Improve Your Crochet video. And I'm just going to sit here for the next half hour, wait for my stepson to get here to pick up tater tot. And I'll probably go ahead and get dinner cooked. We're just having steak and asparagus tonight. And maybe after dinner, I'll have time to get up to the craft room. I've got an unpacking for you, an unboxing. And I guess we'll take it from there. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hi guys. So I told you I was going to do an unboxing, and I've already tried to film it once, but I went like 20 minutes, and I want to tag this onto my Vlogmas videos, and 15 minutes and under were okay, but if I put that in with the little bits I filmed earlier, then we're going to be way overboard. So I want to dive straight in. So the big thing that I got 3 different colors, 3 of this one, 6 of this one, and 3 of this one of the Pantone X. It's Frozen Berry, which I actually really like this color. The more I look at it, I really like it. This one is Strawberry Chill, and I love that blue with these, you get the warm and the, and this one is Spicy Blooms. And this one is blowing out really bad because these 2 oranges and this one are both very, very, very saturated and very bright. This one is darker than it looks and a little bit more plum. And this is definitely pink, but it's not quite as bright as it's showing here. So what I'm seeing in the camera is not quite true to color, but it is very, very spicy. That is an appropriate name for it. I wanted to try these out in case somebody gets them for Christmas or was wanting to use a gift card to buy something special. I know a lot of people feel that they're cost prohibitive, but if you think about it in the same terms that Ross, the Smell Great guy, he does the, wow, I'm sideways. The Smells Like Yarn podcast. Let me, I still think I'm a little cockeyed, but, he said, yeah, one of these did a knitted hat. Is $9 really too much for a hat to gift to somebody? And is $20 too much to spend on a hat and scarf set? I don't think so. I'm really trying to not say I'm only getting the cheapest yarn in the store. I like Red Heart, and I like a lot of the big box acrylics. So far, like I said, I've really enjoyed what I've ordered from Hobium, and I didn't have a quality problem with what I ordered from Ice. I just thought that they were cost prohibitive with the cost of shipping, and they weren't anything special that I couldn't get locally. So I'm not a fiber snob where I'm like, oh, it must have natural fiber content. Once again, this has 60% acrylic, 20% nylon, and 20% merino wool in it. The merino wool is a much higher quality wool than your standard wool in a big box yarn setting. It has the nylon in it, which I know costs more to manufacture than just regular acrylic does. Cats. So there's a reason why it costs a bit more. It is, in my opinion, you could do a little bit better on the pricing. I don't think it's cost prohibitive, but they've got this listed as a bulky. I still think this feels like a worsted. In store, that was my first thought. It's 127 yards, so it is spendy, but it's not, I don't think necessarily outrageous, and particularly because of how often Michaels runs sales and has 50 and 60% off coupons. Yeah, sorry, I'm totally washed out, and that's not my lights. That is me. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I'm getting ready to head to bed, I think. I'm not sick. I just am losing my voice. And I just caught myself in the thing, and yeah. You can tell it's been a long day. I actually have makeup on. I forgot to put any lip color on, but I do actually have foundation and my eyebrows on, and you can't tell. I got done vacuuming everything today, and we were running errands in the rain, so I'm looking rough. But yeah, so I don't think $20 to spend on a gift is that much, and I would like to think that I'm worth $20 in yarn. And that's about what you would get on sale for this. So I really don't think the price is that bad. I think it's a little bit chintzy on the yardage and the amount you're getting for that price, but you're also getting a higher quality fiber content. I mean, they're incredibly soft and smooth. So you have to make that decision for your budget, but I am trying to do better at buying quality things that are colors that I really like and things that I'm really going to want to wear versus it's cheap. And I've spent a lot of time just buying because it's cheap. Hence why I have the wall of yarn that I do. I placed 2 massive orders with the Spinrite company before Spinrite America went to Yarnspirations and their deal started sucking. I'm sorry, they suck. Their version of clearance is like 30% off. And to me, clearance should be starting 50 to 60% off. Sorry. It's a little harsh for my opinion, but I try to stay very, but their deals suck. Even Hobby Lobby's discovered they're not pushing their clearance until they get it to 70% off. And they started their summer clearance in yarn and paper at 70% off. So if Hobby Lobby can figure it out, certainly Yarnspiration should have known that. That's why Spinrite got so much business and Yarnspiration keeps having smack talked about them. The other thing I got that I did want to talk to, it's in the same order, is back on Black Friday, Michaels announced that they were doing a giant pack of the Barcelona yarns. For Black Friday, it was like this, they say it's an $80 value. It's 9 skeins of the Barcelona yarn. And they made this big deal out of, you know, this is a Black Friday special. It's our big doorbuster for your yarny people on your list. If you need to make gifts for people, you know, this is what to get. But they were asking like $30 for it. And I'll let you run the math on 30 divided by 9. But I really didn't think that was that great of a deal. They'd been running sales on individual balls for like $4 a ball. Cats, seriously? It's like somebody may as well be playing Everybody's Kung Fu Fighting over here the way they're acting. It's all Pippin. Croissant, why don't you come snuggle mommy? No, he just ran down the stairs. Okay. Anyway, so they had been running sales at $4, which I didn't like it. $4. I wanted to try it. I wanted to play with it. I thought I really liked the marling and stuff to the colors. But I didn't. I mean, nine balls is a lot to be buying, and you're only getting, I thought you were only getting 1 of each color, but both of mine have 2 of one of these. But here are the colors I got. I really love this one. I actually have a Charisma that's like the exact same colorway. And I think my husband would love a hat made out of these. But I was actually thinking, I bought 2 of these packs because at the same day that Pantone was on sale for 50% off, these were on clearance for $15 each, the big packs. And 15 divided by 9 is a lot easier on my budget. I know I just got done saying, like, I don't want to buy things because it's cheap, but I also don't want to overpay for something that seems kind of middle of the road generic-y for me. I mean, this is a 100% acrylic, I think. Fiber content, guys. Where is it? Yeah, 100% acrylic. Now, it is, this is the one I got, I've now have 4 of because I've got 2 sets and it's doubled up in there. The colors in each one are the exact same. But yeah, I mean, it's 100% acrylic. It's bulky weight, but I get a lot of stuff like this on clearance at Joann's with a coupon for like $1 or $2 a ball. So I really wasn't overwhelmed by $30 for 9. And there's 2,624 yards, 56 ounces, 1,600 grams. I mean, there's a substantial amount in here, but what are you really going to do out of 1 ball each? And for me, I was like, well, you know, I could very easily, if I do 2, I can easily make a cowl and hat and donate them. So if I like it, I'll have 9 sets that I can do over the winter for next year. If I do or don't like it, then I only have 9 sets to work through. But that was a really, I mean, $15 I thought was a really good deal. They're definitely worth trying. And I like the colors in the collection. But I have had, and this is probably why I was kind of hesitant about it, aside from I don't need more yarn. And this is a lot of yarn. And it's, how do you store this? Oh, by the way, all these patterns, or all these pictures here, the patterns are on the reverse of this, but they also have an ebook that you can get to through the Michaels website to get all those patterns. They're free patterns. And they did include a size J hook, which was kind of cool. And it's, I mean, it feels nice. It's very smooth. The tip is a little sharp, so I think that would split a lot of yarns. But, I mean, it's a free size J hook. I can throw it in with the Prayer Shawl Ministry stuff with the Darn Good Yarn ones. And, you know, we've got a fresh set for beginners. But yeah, I've had some issues with some of the more seasonal loops and threads styles when they come out, having a lot of knots in them or having weak spots in the yarn where some of the plies are torn or frayed a little bit. Sorry, I keep glancing down at the time counter because, like I said, I want to keep this under 15 minutes so I can tag it on to everything else I did today. So I really didn't want to spend $30 on a set, but 18 balls of yarn for $30 was acceptable. And like I said, I can, if nothing else, I can knock out 9 sets to donate. And it's fairly well split between more masculine colors. But I do have 4 balls of that one color. And they're like 320 something yards per ball. So that, I mean, that could make a very substantial project. So I did, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I'm not sick or anything, just losing my voice. So I thought for $15, I'd give it a shot. For $15 the pack, I figured those would probably go pretty quickly, so I better buy 2 if I really wanted them and thought I'd make the hats and scarves out of them, or hats and cowls out of them. Also, hats and fingerless mitts would probably be a good project. But yeah, so I wanted to give that a shot too. So this, I am going to try a knit project and a crochet project with it, and I will hopefully have time to do that sometime either Christmas week or the week after. Our Christmas party is Saturday, so we're pretty slammed between now and Saturday, and then it's time to prep for the family party, which isn't that bad. We only do a standing rib roast with fresh horseradish sauce, mashed potatoes, and green beans, so it's not like a big fancy dinner or anything. My cats are being so weird. But I still have a lot of gift wrapping to do. I don't have a single gift wrapped because I can't put them under the tree until after the Christmas party because I don't want them to get kicked and stepped on and stuff during the party. So, anywho, but my house is almost completely clean and dusted and ready for company, not my stepsons. I've got a couple of friends who are going to be coming that they're in the zone of, you know where the cups and the dishes are. If you need something, just go grab it. But for the most part, almost everybody at this party are colleagues of my husband, where they're in the zone of, oh, let me get that for you. So I have to have everything kind of ready. And I know most of you know what I'm talking about and the difference of company. And yeah, so I'm almost done with prep. Hopefully tomorrow when Tater Tot takes his nap, I'll be able to get up here and work on my sweater. But right now they're calling for snow tonight, so I'm not even sure if he's going to be here. His mom or his dad might have to take the day off work and stay with them because his sister's in school. And if we do a late start, I'm not going to be able to take her to school. I have no idea where her school is. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it is supposed to be like 28 tonight, I think, 28, 29. And it's still drizzling outside, so most of this is falling down as very, very cold rain, and if it gets much colder, it's going to freeze to the ground. So I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring now. If I'm here by myself, I'll work on my skirt first thing in the morning and get it done, and I'll help you. I won't help you. I will show you what I'm doing with that. At least get the unboxing down to under 15 minutes, so I can finish up my night chit-chat with you guys real quick. So yeah, if he's not here at all, Curzon found a pom-pom. He doesn't play a lot, so I try not to hamper him because he's an older cat. He's 6 years old. Kusan, come here. Come here. He's like, no, I got mine. He stopped, looked at me, and was like, oh, you're not yelling at me? I'm going to play instead. And Pippin's over here laying all sweet and calm, which never happens. But, oh my God. He's playing like a little kitten. It's hilarious. Even before we got Pippin last year, like, he almost never, never played anymore. He's literally, like, over there, like, rolling around on the floor and, like, squishing his body down flat, playing with this pom-pom. Anyway, so, if Tater Tot doesn't come in the morning, I'll start immediately working on my skirt. That way it's done, and I don't have to worry about it. That takes off the pressure, because Thursday night we actually have a party to go to, so I'm actually going to do a show and tell Thursday, because I'll actually have a fresh full face of makeup on. I didn't do a full face today, but I'll at least look presentable. Or how I feel like I mean, come on. I mean, my hair is not even, I have no texture and I'm totally a frizzy mess. Taking hats on and off didn't help earlier today, but, he's acting so weird. Yeah, so I'll start with the skirt early, and, it's just a basic circle skirt. Like, it's the kind of thing that I need about 4 hours to do. From setup to finish, and I just haven't had time. If he is here, I will hopefully get started with my skirt early in the morning or later in the morning. If I can pacify him with some toys in the living room for a little while, I can at least get it cut out. And then we bought him a new ornament set to play with because he wanted to make more ornaments for Grandma's tree. We have decided the four-eyed gingerbread man is a quadriclops. He says that almost as adorably as he does Cyphoclops. But these are like pom-pom Santa Clauses, but the pom-poms are already glued together, so I don't think I'm going to have any real prep to do with that. So if I can get up here and get the skirt cut out, he can come up here and work on the ornaments while I sew my skirt together. He shouldn't really... we made sure that they were sticker back just like the other ones, so he shouldn't have any issues putting them together. I'm just more worried about him getting bored and disinterested before he finishes them. So it's just more lemon, zinger, and the pucka. And just so you know what I'm saying, 3 ginger. It doesn't say 3 ginger. Like I said, it says 3 ginger on this side. I am sure their other teas are fantastic. I really like zesty hot ginger though. And this 3 ginger tea is just not cutting it. The Tazo ginger was better for me. But yeah, so my throat, it doesn't hurt or anything. It's just funny because right now I'm like screaming and this is as loud as my voice is coming out. So I haven't had laryngitis in 4 years, I think. My husband was in Baton Rouge last time I had laryngitis. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's been the advantage to filming not my face is I could talk fairly close to the camera and y'all can hear me just fine without me feeling like I'm yelling. So, I'm going to do some pickup in here. And then I'm probably actually going to head to bed fairly early tonight. I need some perkiness to be able to think my way through the math of making a circle skirt. It's not hard math, but it's math. Yeah, so I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. I'm actually, I think, going to get this put up tonight instead of first thing tomorrow morning. So, oh, check in on my other blanket, the one I started last night. I've got... the 3rd and 4th ball is almost complete, so we're making progress. It'll probably be done sometime Sunday night because I'm not going to have a whole lot of time Friday night or all day Saturday to really sit down and crochet. And I'm going to have to pick up the last of my project stuff from downstairs before the party and make sure my desk doesn't have, let's see what all was on there. Y'all have seen my stitch markers, my hairpins, my candle lighter for the study. There's something else that I was like, oh, I should have moved that off my desk. That wasn't Crafty related or desk related. I've also got to get the Christmas cards moved off my desk. So anyway, I've got a lot to do that's like the little pickup things that you literally take a bucket and shove it in there kind of stuff. But Troy likes showing off my craft room, so I do have to have that kind of pulled together a little bit. Not just for the record, after all that cleaning. So I've got a bunch of Christmas gifts and stuff like that. My shawl for show and tell. Just Pippin being soft and sweet and cute. Where is he? There he is. Normally he's being a pain in the butt. And then Curzon is over there. Can you see him? Yeah. Oh, now he's curled up. Of course. Anyway. So yeah, I'm not going to have time to finish that blanket before the party. It'll probably be the day after. So, bye you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful day. If you're seeing this tonight, I hope you have a great night. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.